Spring Anime 2025 just might be the sleeper seasonal anime. There wasn't really any top-heavy anime, just a bunch of good anime. A lot of these animes will probably get overlooked because it doesn't have the star power of something like Jujutsu Kaisen or Solo Leveling, but it's important to give them attention because genuinely there were some great animes in here that really defied my expectations. From the surface, it doesn't look like a great seasonal anime, but I'm telling you, there were some pretty good ones. As always, I'll have timestamps below, and let's get into the first anime.
FBI, drop your weapons now! DEA, I need you to drop your weapons!
Lazarus, drop your weapons.
Huh?
What's Lazarus? Never heard of them.
First anime is Lazarus. This anime was pretty hyped up. From the creator of Cowboy Bebop, this was supposed to be a modern version of it, and it falls flat. Lazarus feels like it's trying too hard. It has some great action and chase scenes, but there's really no substance to it. It has an interesting plot, but it doesn't really go anywhere. The dialogue can be cringy at times, and there's just no chemistry between the characters. I also did watch this in dub. As it was premiering on Adult Swim, I wanted to give the dub a chance. It gets better throughout the season, but it lacked cohesion between the characters. It didn't feel like the characters were on the same page. We also get a nice Misama reference. It's not a bad anime, but it didn't live up to the hype, which I don't think it ever would have. The anime can be fun with some high stakes to it. Like the club episode, I thought that was really well done, but there's more you want from it that just doesn't deliver. It's a fine anime, but with where the expectations were of trying to live up to Cowboy Bebop, it falls flat.
はいどうも、意識高しです。意識高い系で結構敵作っちゃうんで、早速 SNS のコメント欄荒らされてます。
コメ欄嵐です。よく SNS のコメント欄荒らしてます。
お前か。
Next is Witch Watch. I really have no expectations for comedy romance animes because I've seen so many that they all feel the same and it kind of all blends together. Witch Watch is like the others with turned up comedy, a bit of slapstick, and there is a serious growing plot. It's an enjoyable anime. I do like how they handled Nico's witch powers and she's not trying to hide it from the other students. She reveals it in the first episode and people are just down with it. So we get to see the extent of her power and the ridiculous requests from her fellow students. It's well animated. Some of the comedy hits for me. I do wonder if the romance will ever develop because it's really pushed on us that Nico loves Morihito, but of course he's a dumb character that doesn't really see it, or he's just too focused on protecting her. It's a fun romance comedy anime that looks great, and I do want to see where the serious plot is going because there is an op after Nico. We'll see where it goes, but I thought Witch Watch was pretty good.
なぜなら遠方から来る冒険者に斡旋もしているからな。お前この町の宿なんて泊まったことないだろ。
なんなのこの子たち。
Next is From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. This anime is usually right up my alley. A powerful, reserved main character that gets disrespected and they prove everyone wrong. It does follow that premise somewhat, but the other characters soon learn that he's pretty powerful. This anime is fine, but I thought I would enjoy it more. There's just something missing with the characters that you can't really connect to or even root for them. They're kind of just there and they lack a personality to make them stand apart from each other. To put it bluntly, it's pretty generic. The fight scenes do a good job of blending in CGI and the art style, but at the end of the day, it's the same fights that we see in any other anime. The stakes are pretty low in this anime because our main character is teaching these knights while taking on a mission that has been forced on him from his former students. At least some of the character designs look really nice. We see this type of anime every time. It had some enjoyable moments, but it left me desiring more. And is getting a season 2. Next is Kowloon Generic Romance. I had no expectations for this anime, but with each episode, I was really drawn into this anime. Besides having a hot main character, the mystery really drives this anime. Each episode, we're getting snippets of our characters trying to solve it, and just this weird world Kowloon is. We know it's weird from the start, but we just don't know why is it happening. And with each mystery solved, we get more questions. But in the end, we do find out the answer. I really like the characters in here. They have great chemistry together, and we feel for them because we get a taste of their past, and the reason for their motivation makes sense. The episodes put you through a roller coaster of emotions. It could be funny and silly, and it's serious at moments. The romance may be generic, but the mystery isn't. Great anime overall, and everything's wrapped up in this one season.
むしろなんで俺これまでひまりのこと普通の男友達みたいに。ん？おいひまり、その左手見せてみろ。
あ、私の両手を動かないようにしちゃうのかな、鬼畜。
I always talk about the animes I finish first during these seasonal videos, but this one has an asterisk because I watched the first 4 episodes and then I watched like the last 3. But you have to hear me out. Next is, can a boy-girl friendship survive? First off, the answer is no because it's an anime and it never does. And this anime is exactly what the title is. You have Yu and Himari, they're childhood friends, and there's nothing more to it, right? This anime, I was hate watching. The characters are just so stupid and annoying that I kept watching until I hit a breaking point. That's why I skipped all the middle episodes. But I just had to see how they're gonna end the season. And honestly, it made me more angry. First off, Yu is just a dumbass. He's not the dumbest male character that's oblivious to these romance advances. It's just that he lets them off too easy. And he gets in his head saying like, oh, we're just friends. It gets annoying real quick. But the worst one, the character that set back short blue hair anime girls, was Himari. She is the worst character. Like I said, the characters are childhood friends. And then when this new girl comes, who's also Yu's childhood friend, she's pushing them to have a relationship. That's fine. You want your friend to have a nice romance. You're rooting for them. You're helping both of them out. And then in like episode 2, it's turned out maybe she starts having feelings for him. Like what? Yet all this time with them, she was blowing a 3-1 lead. Actually betting against herself. It made no sense and it's frustrating. In the second episode, she pulls in Yu and was like, you want a kiss? And he's like, sure. And then she pushes him off like saying it's a joke. It makes no sense. She clearly had feelings for him and yet she kept pushing him away. And then she would be sad when he's hanging out with the other girl. You made your bed, now sleep in it. She only when it turns up the heat when the other girl tells her, hey, I like him and I'm gonna pursue him. She's like, oh shit, I could actually lose this. Maybe I should actually tell him how I actually feel and stop fucking trolling all the time. If you're hating yourself, just watch this anime because you'll find a new person to hate even more. I don't even want to go through all of it because I might have to make another video about this. Don't watch this anime unless you want to hate watch something. Next is Sword of the Demon Hunter. Now the first episode was a double episode to really set the tone of this anime. The plot is nothing special. We've seen it before. We have a demon hunter that is on a journey to kill some demons, but he's also part demon. The demons live a long time, so we're going to see him travel across many eras. And it doesn't look like it has an episode end date, so who knows how many episodes we're gonna get from this anime. I think this anime is pretty good. It does take the time to build up each arc. The characters, the demons, and just the overall vibe of it. It's a little bit suspenseful, and I'm always waiting for what's gonna happen next. How are they gonna build up this demon that our main character has to slay? The tone of the anime really carries it though. They didn't just become demons. They have tragic backstories that they aren't letting go, that's keeping them in this form. There's layers to it that is slowly peeling and we get to see. It does have its slow moments, but it gives us a better connection to the characters and the demons during that time. I'm interested in seeing where it goes, and who knows, maybe he'll reach the modern era. It's a solid anime overall. I can see it getting better.
まるで雪山で遭難した2人が山小屋で温め合うシチュエーション。こんなの。それでは今日は終わりにします。皆さん、さよう。トバル先生。
Next is Aharen-san is Indecipherable Season 2. This season is better than the first one. I'm sad to see it go because it looks like it's the end of the series. I do like the ending and everything's tied up, but I'm gonna miss it. The slapstick and gag humor, they really turn it up a notch. And maybe I'm childish because I found it funny. It can be ridiculous at times. The characters can be over the top, but they're just so lovable. Everybody's always in their own heads. It makes a situation serious more than it actually is. The characters really mesh together, and this is how you do supporting characters. They really bring up each other and the main characters. It's really well done, hilarious. And episode 2 of the series has to be one of my favorite episodes ever. I really enjoyed it because it was a parody of the Yakuza series and Animal Crossing. Both I really enjoy. Seeing Rado becomes a Yakuza boss and the Fall of Tom book, cinema. Absolutely cinema. And we have another Midsummer reference this season. It's quite a coincidence that we get 2 Midsummer references in the same seasonal anime. It's definitely up there for one of my favorite romance animes and comedy animes. It does both really well, and I highly recommend the series. It's only 2 seasons and everything's wrapped up. Next is Go Go Loser Rager Season 2. I was really excited for this one because I really like Season 1. And in this season, they really expand on the plot about the heroes and the monsters. There are some interesting moments in it, but I definitely did enjoy Season 1 more than Season 2. Some episodes were dragging, and I wasn't really as caring for them characters. I do like the expanding universe. We find out characters' true intentions, how things are happening, and more about the monsters. But the wildest thing about the anime, that there was a monster fucker. And I got some questions, because the monsters can turn into human, but did he fuck her as a human or a monster? It's a fine Season 2. It does expand more on the universe, which is a good thing. But some episodes, there were too many boring moments that I was ready for them to move on. It's still a solid show overall, and it is set up for Season 3, so we'll see if we ever get that.
本当はもう少し結界を張った後、オスバルト殿下のために雨を降らせる前準備もしたかったのですが。
Next is the Two Perfect Saint tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom. This is basically a villainous anime without the Otome game. We've seen this type of anime before where our main character gets dumped by the fiance, where they have to go to a different kingdom and they find a better prince. Instead of a princess, we have saints, where the saints are there to protect the kingdom from monsters and calamities. Our main character Philia is perfect. She solves everything, she's overpowered, and pretty emotionless. She clocks into the job, gets it done, and then leaves. She causes no problems at all, but people have a problem with her, and that's why she gets sold off to another kingdom. It's an enjoyable anime. It does recycle the same tropes as the other ones. I think the other characters here really bring up this anime. Like the Prince Julius, we really hate him, and I just want to take it back to him. The best character has to be Philia's sister Mia, because I like how in this anime they don't hate each other. Like Mia is the star of the family. Their parents always prefer her, and she's loved by everybody. Even though everyone puts Philia down, Mia still has that love for her and sees the power in her. Because usually in this type of anime, the sister hates her and would do anything to put her down, and then karma comes hitting back. So it's a nice change where we see the sisters actually like each other and care for one another. This anime does have a good amount of chibi moments to lighten the mood a bit, because sometimes it does get very serious in this anime. It's a solid anime overall, and if you like this type of anime, this one's a good entry.
今のはやばかった。しっかりしろ私。鈴宮さん、奇遇ですね。私も好きですわ、レッチリ。あと隣金とかも。
Next is Rocket's The Lady's Modesty. Here we have another girl band anime, which it feels like every seasonal anime we get at least one, and they've been pretty good so far, and this one is no exception. I really like the characters in this one because they're living a double life. They attend this prestigious school where they have to act ladylike, but at night they're rocking out to their heart's content while screaming at each other and flipping each other off. The music is alright in this one, and they do turn into CGI when they're doing the performances, but it's not too bad. I love the interactions between the characters, and they really mesh well, but the characters in this one for me really puts them above the other ones. But what is with Lisa's hair? It looks like uncooked pasta. Why did they make her hair like that? It's a pretty good anime, especially if you're into the girl band anime, but if you're not, I still find it enjoyable. It has some nice shouts to real life rock bands, and our characters has growth with themselves and playing as a band together. Great anime, and I hope we get a season 2.
何を？
Next is Apocalypse Hotel, and this has to be my favorite anime of spring. It starts off a bit slow, but it gets better throughout the season. It has great character development and world building. Our main characters are robots that are tasked to work at a hotel. But with COVID-1000 hitting Earth, all the humans had to flee because it's a deadly virus that will kill them instantly. So our robots are waiting for the return of humans to serve them. But with decades and centuries passing, it's looking very unlikely. But they do get a bunch of aliens coming through. Our robots learn to adapt to these new guests to make their hotel the best in the galaxy. This anime has so many great moments, from comedic to heartwarming to just sad. It puts you through all the emotion, but at the end of the day, it is a feel-good anime. If I had to recommend one anime to watch this season, it has to be this one. There's so many layers to it, and it does have some good action scenes. There's so much room for creativity, and they really went all out. It's such a great anime that I highly recommend.
死体を葉っぱに変えて証拠消すやつ。ああ、消すんですね。
Next is a ninja and assassin under one roof. I was initially gonna skip this anime, but I saw a couple clips and I decided to watch it. And I'm really glad I decided to watch it. This anime is hilarious with some heartwarming moments. Our main character Sadako and Konoha really bounce off each other well, and they get put in the craziest situations. There is one or two scenes that's a tearjerker and that makes you feel, damn, I thought this was just a lighthearted comedy. But I found this anime really entertaining to watch. My favorite character has to be Roboco, especially in the episode when she's a star, because Konoha is just eating her up, and Roboco is really the best character. It's a great anime, very entertaining, and you should give it a chance.
Pudding. Pudding. Pudding.
Next is How to Become Ordinary Season 2. I really enjoyed the first season because we had a dynamic duo solving mysteries that aren't too serious until the end. But in Season 2, they said nah, it's only serious cases here. Our main characters Osane and Kabuto, they decided to break up and be their own persons. But with the mysteries going on, they're slowly being brought back together. Season 2 is definitely better than Season 1. And for me, it's because of the cases they're working on. The case is longer, so with each episode, we're slowly getting glimpses for them to solve. And it feels like there's never enough for me to solve it on my own. Maybe I'm not paying attention enough, or the real reason, I'm just dumb. The side characters really get a chance to shine and also bring up our main ones. The noir feel to it is really nice, and with some of the shots, it looks like I'm watching a Monogatari episode. This has brought me back into the series, and I do hope we get a Season 3. The way he got ran over, I was not expecting that. This man got launched.
誰ですかその人。
Next is Moto Weekend Animation. This anime was such a treat. I had no real expectations coming into it, and I thought it would be just cute girls doing cute things. To an extent it is. The characters are hilarious, the animation's great, and the comedic bits hit. Our main character is part of the Sin Photo Club, where they're supposed to take photos and videos of their adventures for a manga artist to give her some inspiration. The hijinks are funny, and we see a lot of references to other animes. This comes from the same creator as Laid Back Camp, and it's a similar vibe, and we get to see some of the characters from Laid Back Camp. I was not expecting that, but it was a nice surprise. It also has one of the best first-person scenes I ever seen in an anime, and that's how it's done, when showing a first-person perspective. It's a great anime overall, and I do hope we get more.
あれともピ
設定間違えていないかそんなセリフ誰に教わった？
わらわじゃ。
お前もいるのか。何しに来た？
冷やかしじゃ。
だろうな。
Next is the Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Here we have a healing anime where our main character is a healer in the slums, but turns out he's the most powerful healer. This anime is pretty generic. We always get these types of animes every seasonal anime, and I gotta give it a chance. I might like it. Turns out I like this one. It's the same formula of the other fantasy healing animes. Our main character Zenos is cool, calm, and a little bit stupid. Like every time he does a healing job and the person being healed or a character near them are saying, oh, I've never seen this before, or like no healer could do this, he questions it like, what do you mean? Everyone should be able to do this. It's so simple. I guess it is for him because he learned it that way, but after enough people are saying it's not normal, then maybe you are the exception. The star of the show is the characters. Some of them are just great. The best character is Carmilla, the ghost that haunts the clinic. She even says it herself that she's there to be a nuisance, and she is a nuisance in a fun way. She's funny. She always knows the situation that's going on, especially how the gang leaders are in love with Zenos. I just love that she's always lurking about, and that damn laugh. Average show overall, very skippable, but I found some enjoyable moments in it.
ファンなら選手のいいとこ見つけられねえのかさっきから聞いてりゃ好き勝手なことばっか言いやがってこんにゃろなんだ姉ちゃん事実を言ったまでじゃねえか
Next is Catch Me at the Ballpark. Here we have a baseball anime, but it's not about baseball. It's about the experience you have at a baseball game, the many wonders of a ballpark, and it was surprisingly entertaining. I'm a fan of baseball, even though the team I root for, I want to fight their management every time. I didn't know what to expect from this anime. Would it cater towards people who know nothing about baseball, or to casual and hardcore fans? It caters to a mix, but if you are a fan of baseball, they throw in some nerdy stats like WRC Plus in the first episode. I was not expecting that. I found the anime entertaining with some great comedic moments, and Sanshiro is one of the best mascots. It really does paint the Japanese ballpark well because some of them are basically idols. They do lug this backpack with a keg in it to serve the fans, and some fans go to the game just for them. I had to look it up to see how accurate it was, and from what I was reading, it was pretty accurate. And even seeing the video of how they exchange the keg, I love the comedic moments, and sometimes there's a tear-jerker moment or two. It focuses on different characters throughout the show, and we get to learn a lot about them. I really enjoy this anime, and even if you don't like sports anime, I think most people will still enjoy it. Next, we have Food for the Soul. Here we have another anime where it's cute girls doing cute things, but with food. I enjoyed this anime more than I expected because it was pretty entertaining. It's a little bit of slapstick comedy with cringy moments and bad driving. Our main characters create a fake club because they want the money to spend on food and do nothing. But they have an admin breathing down their neck, so they actually have to be a food club. The characters are great with each other, the food that they cook looks good, and they hit some crazy dance moves. It's a chill, relaxing anime with great character designs and actual personality in the characters. A great slice of life, and I recommend it.
1,000%. A gajillion percent.
Man, it's not even a real number.
It is for our fans. Our fans deserve the best.
Last one is K-pop Demon Hunters. I know it's not an anime. This movie is on Netflix, and to be honest, it was pretty good. The animation on here is fantastic. I like the over-the-top comedic bits with our characters, and the music does slap. Soda Pop and Golden had to be my favorite songs from here. It's a very chill, entertaining movie, and maybe give it a chance if you haven't seen it. Next are the animes I dropped for spring 2025. First one is The Beginning After the End. People were very excited for this one because from the manga, people were comparing it to Mushoku Tensei, Fiancé, so I was pretty excited. The plots are similar, with being reincarnated into a new world as a baby, which to be fair though, we've seen that many times. After the first episode release, everyone was pretty disappointed. The animation was very lackluster, with static visuals during fight scenes, and just generic overall. I think I only watched one episode, but people were very disappointed with this anime adaptation. Even the author had to say something with all the backlash it was getting. We do get that sometimes where a beloved manga gets a terrible anime adaptation that kind of ruins the legacy of it. It just felt very generic, and the animation wasn't good enough for how great the manga is, according to fans, because I haven't read it. It is getting a season 2, so hopefully it does better, but not a great start for the beginning after the end. Next is Please Put Them On, Takamine-san. Here we have I Can't Believe It's Not Hentai. I knew a bit about this anime from my manga reading days because I always see the manga cover be posted around. It's an ecchi anime where our main character is blackmailed into helping Takame to carry her extra lingerie around because she could basically go back in time, but in order to do that, she has to strip naked. He finds out it has to be her lingerie inventory. It's a ridiculous plot, and I had to drop it after one episode. I was not continuing to watch this. Next is the Shiunji Family Children. This anime could have been interesting. Our main characters are brother and sisters. On the youngest sister's 15th birthday, the father revealed that they were all adopted, where siblings thought the whole time they were related by blood. So you see where this is going. If it went through the less sexual route, I think this anime could have been good because we could have seen the relationship change with our characters and becoming more of a family because it doesn't matter because they've grown up together. But of course it's not. It's most of the girls in love with the oldest brother, which it seemed like was happening before they found out that they were not related by blood. I don't find this anime entertaining. I think the plot is rather stupid anyways. And from the clips I've seen of the show, they create sexual tension just to create it. Like in this scene here, where one of the characters have a tag on the pants and the brother couldn't pull it off, so he had to bite it off. Like what the fuck is that? I only watched 2 episodes and I had to look up the author.
Oh, Neptune.
Oh my goodness!
That makes so much sense now. This author is an S-tier writer of pissing people off. Next is the unaware Atelier and Meister. It's your typical fantasy anime where our main character is stupidly overpowered, but not in combat, but in everything else. He also has negative emotional intelligence and is just really dumb here. I watched a good amount of this season, but I had to drop this anime because I had to catch up on the better animes, and I was losing interest throughout the season. Kurt is just so dumb. Like he has to be purposely oblivious to the crazy things he's doing. It's just pretty generic. We've seen this hundreds of times already, and it wasn't worth it for me to continue. Next is I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Our main character was cucked in his previous life and died a very painful, sad life. With being reincarnated as a prince, he decided that he doesn't take life in his own hands and basically become a dictator. This anime is fine. It's again similar to all the ones we get every seasonal anime. I probably would have finished this one if I wasn't so behind throughout the season, so I did have to drop this one. It does have the mecha military spin to it. It does have some interesting concepts with the machines and AI, but I wasn't missing it after I dropped it. But there's one character, she looks so familiar. I thought I'd seen her from somewhere else, but I can't put my finger on it. If you have an idea, let me know in the comments below. Next we have the Gorilla God's Go-To Girl. This is basically a village anime without the Otome game. Our main character gets the Gorilla God blessing, basically means she's very strong, if not the strongest in the kingdom or whatever. This anime has entertaining moments, and she slowly starts building the romance with the other knights. It's a fine anime. I probably would have finished it if I wasn't so behind. It's whatever. There's other animes that do it so much better in the villainous genre, so this one's very skippable. Next is Moonrise. I thought the first episode of this was pretty good, but there's always a dilemma of releasing the whole season at once because I don't go back to it to continue watching it. That's what Netflix did in this one. I thought it would be interesting with our main character trying to get revenge for the terrorist bombing and going to the moon to have war or something. I thought it was cool, but then after watching the first episode, I was watching the yellow animes and I forgot about this one. If you watch this, let me know how it ended because it seemed like it got decent reviews, nothing outstanding, but just slightly above average. And my last drop of the season is Makin-san's A Love Bot. Here's another I Can't Believe It's Not Hentai, but I didn't know that coming into it. I thought it would just be one of those ecchi romance animes, but clearly I was wrong. I didn't even get through the first episode, and each episode's only like 12 minutes. Again, I'm not into this type of anime anymore, so after seeing what I saw, I just dropped it. And those are all the animes I want to talk about for spring 2025. I know there's some notable ones I didn't talk about, like the sequels of Fire Force, Windbreaker, and the My Hero spinoff, because I haven't caught up to them, and for My Hero, I think I'm done watching it. I know you want me to mention some of the Chinese animes like To Be Hero X, which I do have to go back and watch because I've seen so many good reviews about it. I gotta join the party. The animation does look crazy though, and they are straight up boxing. If you want an action anime, watch To Be Hero X. There'll be like a whole episode of them just straight fighting, and it's pretty fire from what I've seen of it at least. Like I said in the intro, this season was not very top heavy. There wasn't too many hyped up animes that everyone would be talking about and excited to watch for. It was just a bunch of solid anime with some hidden gems in there. I do think spring 2025 was good, but it'll definitely get lost in the shuffle. We won't talk about this one years to come, especially with summer 2025. That lineup is stacked. So let me know what animes you watch in spring, what are your opinions on it, which animes I didn't talk about that you watched, and everything in between. Let me know in the comments below. My next video should be about summer 2025. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.